Hello everyone, this is Marshall Official. Welcome back to another video. We have a lot of major updates today, and let's start with some news from off the battlefield. Starting here from the BBC, countries can't be forced into Ukraine peace coalition. This is essentially just saying that a country cannot be dragooned into joining a coalition aimed at protecting potential peace in Ukraine, and that the UK and France have been spearheading efforts to establish a coalition of the willing. So basically, it's in other words, the argument that countries are being forced into participating with the war in Ukraine is not true. The countries that are taking a side and actively taking a part are doing it willingly. That's basically what that means. Zelensky is going to meet with the leader of South Africa to discuss the ongoing war in Ukraine. This is a big deal because South Africa was previously thought to be a Western ally. However, South Africa has kind of taken a more neutral slash slightly pro-Russian stance. They are also part of BRICS, and they have had some naval drills with the Russians as well. So that's why this is a big deal. Poland said they may need an alternative to Musk's Starlink in Ukraine. Yeah, they basically said today that if Starlink is unreliable, they'll have to find a new supplier basically. And they said that Poland is the one paying for. Poland is paying $50 million, I believe, $50 million a year for the Starlinks in Ukraine. And Musk said today, he said, he pretty much said, if I turn my Starlink systems off, Ukraine will just simply collapse without my Starlink systems. So there is now an effort to remove Ukraine from Starlink, so that can't happen. Trump wants to see more than just a minerals deal to restart aid and intel to Ukraine. Trump basically said on top of that, he also wants Ukraine to hold elections. He wants Ukraine to hold elections, and he wants to see Zelensky's attitude change. So Trump wants a mineral deal, a change in Zelensky's attitude, and he wants elections in Ukraine. Those are pretty much his conditions for restarting aid and intel to Ukraine. And also just today, the United States ended support for electronic warfare equipment on F-16s that were transferred to Ukraine. Just some news that fits into this as well. Now let's go to the battlefield. See, we have a lot of major changes up here in Kursk, but we'll get to that in one second. We're going to start some smaller changes down here. The Ukrainian forces made a small advance and are now making a second attempt to try and take the town of Kotlin. This is the second time they've attempted to take this village. The first time was several weeks ago when they pushed into the village. They captured about the northern half of it, and then Russian forces pushed them out. They have now re-entered the northwestern part of the town again, and have pushed into the town right there. We also have a Russian advancement coming all the way up from Bilohorivka and into the Donetsk region. They've basically at this point fully secured the Luhansk region in this area, except for this gray zone right here. And the Russian forces captured tree line and this road right here in the Donetsk region to the north of Verkno-Kamyansky. Those are all the changes from along the front line. Besides, of course, in Kursk, we also have this. Russian forces appear to have pushed across the border and captured 3 villages in the Chernihiv region. They've captured these 3. They captured Kolos, Novoselivka, and Miravi. All 3 of these villages appear to have fallen. I was not able to confirm that this was brand new, just because of the fact that I just noticed this on Syriac maps, but other mappers do not have this. So is this new? I'm not entirely sure. So I'm not labeling this as an advancement. I'm labeling this as a map correction because I believe this could be I believe this could have happened a long time ago, just like this one right here, where this happened a long time ago, and I only just put this there the other day because I just noticed it. But I don't expect anything to come of this. But this is more of a map correction rather than an advancement because I believe this could have happened a long time ago. Well, let's carry on to the big news today. The big news today is this. Yeah. So let's break this down here. Starting off here in the south, Russian forces have secured the forested area from in this direction and pushed the Ukrainians pretty much right back to the border, right about there, and into this forested area here to the south. And they have separated the Kursk front into two, into the bigger northern part and the southern part where Kievo and Gornal are. Both of these towns are now separated from the rest of Kursk and this forested area right here. Russian forces have pushed north and captured the gas station, and they pushed into Makhnovka, and have basically erased all of Ukraine's gains they made in their counterattack, and they were able to push south towards Ulang. They have now erased those gains by the Ukrainians. Russian forces have fully secured Mikhailovka, and this area was actually believed to be originally encircled and is now totally under Russian control. We got a video from Martinovka. This was from yesterday's advancement, but we got a video from Martinovka confirming Russian forces can have control over it because as they raised their flag. That was from yesterday's advancements. And as for the pipeline that I had like over here, that was not over here. It was actually the pipeline led to right here. It was in this part of the city, and this part of the city is now under Russian control. Russian forces have since then advanced south and captured this area as well, and they've also captured this entire part of Suja right here. The Ukrainian forces have been forced to retreat towards the western and southern parts of the city, the western eastern parts and southern eastern parts of the city. And the Ukrainian forces still hold Mirny, but the Russian forces, after capturing this part of Suja, pushed north along this highway and have now entered the towns of Zazulevka and Kubatin. They've also pushed up to the town of Ivashkovsky. They've also captured the town of Pravda. They've also secured this area right here. So the Ukrainian forces in this area are in big danger of encirclement. There are so many encirclements happening at once, it's almost insane. Russian forces have also advanced from the west, moving east and capturing the road in a forested area, in the forest line right here. Again, they're pushing towards the town of Bogdanovka and Kozachi Lokia. Russian forces are also pushing that direction from the east as well. Ukrainian forces have completely withdrawn from the northern area up here. The reason why this is all different polygons and not one polygon is that this is literally me updating the map for the day. But this was happening like as the day went on. That's how fast this was happening. That's why this is all different polygons and not just one big polygon. I wasn't able to actually properly geolocate it. I just know it's somewhere from the Kursk region. But there's a bridge that was destroyed. I think it's somewhere along the R200 highway. But a bridge was destroyed that was very vital for Ukrainian supplies. Russian forces destroyed that bridge. And then on top of that, there was a Ukrainian military column pulled up to that bridge and found that it was destroyed, so they had to stop. And then Russian artillery just destroyed them. That was obviously big. And on top of that, up here to the north, we received two villages. We received two videos that confirmed that the town of Malaya Lokhnia had fallen to the Russian forces. Two videos of them raising their flag over it. And since then, the Ukrainians have completely withdrawn and abandoned all of their ground to the north, and have retreated back towards the towns to the south around Suja. As a result, all of these open fields have fallen to Russia. Russian forces are now in a major advantageous position as they continue their push from all directions. Ukrainian forces are not in a good position, that's for sure. And at this point, we'll have to see what happens next. But can the Ukrainian forces potentially slow Russian forces down? At this point, I think all land east of this is definitely going to be under Russian control very soon. The Ukrainian forces will have to retreat to this line at the very least, and they will most likely very soon be forced out of Ukraine entirely. The Ukrainian forces are just being, at this point, it's unknown how many encirclements have already happened and how many Ukrainian troops have been captured as a result or killed as a result. But I mean, there's encirclements happening here, there. It's all over the front, and it's absolutely out of control, and also down here. And so, if you add all of it together, in just 24 hours, Russian forces captured roughly 35.2 square miles of ground in the Kursk region alone, which is absolutely major. I mean, you can just look at the map. You can see how major this is. We will have to see what the next 24 hours is going to bring us. But for now, everybody, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time, and I will keep you guys updated as well. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I will see you guys next time. Bye.